Question 6 is the only one we had about organic chemistry. So it is about organic chemistry. Look, it says alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. So please don't answer in terms of solutions and saturated and unsaturated solutions. The question is telling you it's about hydrocarbons. So therefore, all we need is that there's no, that it contains, I'm talking rubbish, contains a double bond. At least one double bond, but it's enough to say double bond. Preferably a CC double bond and not like a CO or something like that. Okay, next bit was quite easy. Working it out, C8H18, I just need to know what's left. So there'll be 2 carbons and 4 hydrogens. And in fact, it even tells you it's ethene, and that is the formula of ethene. Okay, conditions. Conditions always means temperatures, pressures, catalysts, etc. And in the context of GCSE chemistry, it is always very specific about the conditions. And so saying heat and a catalyst is not specific enough. Next year, you'll do several more reactions where you will have to know conditions, and you really will have to know specific temperature and specific pressure. So temperature is 600 to 700 degrees C, and the catalyst, you could have silica, you could have alumina, you could have aluminium oxide, silicon dioxide, because those are just common names for those compounds. You could have had aluminosilicate if you like, but silica is probably the easiest one to remember and spell. Okay, next bit, isomers. So we mostly got our definitions quite good here. So we want to say same molecular formula. What we mean by molecular formula is that if I count it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, C4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I count the hydrogens, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. That both of these have the formula C4H8. That's a molecular formula. What they don't have is the same displayed formula, because you can see that actually their carbons, even though they both got 4 carbons, they're not in the same order as each other, and the double bonds in a different place. So what we got here is 4 carbons in a row. It's going to be important for the next question as well. The double bond in the middle, if I was going to write it out straight, it would look like that. There's my H's, my 3 CH's, and then each of these carbons has just got 1 H on it. If I was going to write this one out, how they've written it, then it would be kind of like this. So there's my C, I'm going to put 3 H's on that. There's another C, that C's got another C with 3 H's on it, and then that C's got nothing else on it because it's got a double bond, and then that one at the end has got 2 H's. I'm not going to draw all the H's in, but you get how you could sort of straighten these molecules out, and you could see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, the double bond in the middle, and this is 3 in a row with 1 carbon coming off the middle. So you can say different displayed formula, you can say different structure, you can say the atoms are arranged differently in space, they're all the same kind of idea. Okay, another isomer. Now this is tricky because they've already given you the main thing to do, which is to take the 4 and take 1 off and put 1 in the middle. So really what we could do though is we could draw 4 in a row and put the double bond on the first carbon. What most of you did, or a lot of people did, was in fact draw this idea, instead of having 2 carbons here, so we sort of took this molecule and we moved a CH3 here instead of up there. That's just a weird way of drawing it. You could put CH3 there, don't worry about that. Now, actually, this is a whole complicated area of A-level chemistry that you haven't done yet. It is an isomer, so you got away with it, you got a mark. But really, unless you could explain to me the chemistry of why that is an isomer, because actually it does look like 4 in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4 with a double bond in the middle, try to avoid doing that. Try to either move the double bond or move a carbon from the end to the middle. Okay, on to the polymer question. Lots of easy marks thrown right out the window. Propene can be polymerized. I'm just going to leave that there. You can kick yourself if you didn't get that one. Repeat unit. Repeat unit is the thing in the brackets, or just generally what happens when it forms a polymer. Just stop overcomplicating things. Draw it exactly how it is without the double bond, because the polymer has formed by the double bond opening up. That's it. Could put brackets in if you wanted, they weren't even necessary. For whole 2 marks, that's all you had to do. Just draw that, take a double band out and put a single bond in. Then it follows, therefore, that to get the marks for this question, the monomer means the alkene, so I'm going to put the double bond back in. So the polymer has a single bond because all the bonds have been used to join to other monomers. The monomer is the thing that we started with before. So I'm just drawing it exactly like that. And that means that because this is a structural formula, now we don't need to know quite what's going on here. If you're burningly curious to know, this is what it looks like. And you can see that the oxygens all have 2 bonds, the carbons all have 4 bonds, and the hydrogens have 1. So if you really wanted to know, that's what it looks like. But you don't need to know that, but what you do need to be careful of is that the same bond here is going to a C, it's going to a C in my diagram. So what I couldn't have was something like this, where the bond is kind of going into the middle of that part. So you would have been marked down for that in that case.